Alright, so we're back again on TryHackMe, and with the one called King of the Hill Food GTF. This is a practice machine for you to get acquainted with the King of the Hill way of things. So this is a solo room. It's 8 flags. I did it a long time ago, not really sure when, but I started the machine up now and it should be booted. So let's go ahead and just, take the IP address like this. And I'm not sure how fast the machine is, so basically just gonna start with a normal nmap scan just like that and see what we get back. Now while this is running, you could go ahead and do your normal like netcat. Do we have port 22 open? We do have SSH. Do we have like port 9900? No. Do we have like port 9999 for example? And oh, you see there's a hit. So basically something happens. I don't know what it is. Basically it's the HTTP. So this is the way you could also do manual, enumeration while you wait for nmap. Nmap got back with the standard 3 port like 22 for SSH, 3306 for MySQL, and of course this is the HTTP server. So what we should be able to do now is just go ahead and open the browser and say 9999 port number and see that we see the word king. Open the page, scroll in, nothing there, right click, inspect the page. Zoom in, click on storage and see what's going on. First of all, we are looking for flags, nothing there. Go into performance, network, update the tab one more time, check the headers. I'm gonna make this a bit bigger. Let's see, anything special here? Doesn't look like that. Nope. Let's just look at the raw headers. Sometimes that actually helps for me to look at the raw headers, but I look at this quite more than this. Do you feel the same way, by the way, about having these, I don't know. And it doesn't seem there's anything there at all. It's just the same. Yes. So let's go to the console inspector, and we had nothing there as well, just word king and a style sheet that is, I don't know, probably not there. That is the very first one. So what we could do is go flag.text, I guess. Is that a thing? It just says king. It didn't give me any kind of errors. That's kind of weird, right? Isn't it? So we can just check it out again one more time just to make sure this is not a fluke. So it does say flagged text. State is okay. Yeah, well that's definitely not the thing. So we can just try anything. TED ABC. Looks like just was accepting any request basically. That's kind of weird. Let's go ahead and do robots.text. No, that's kind of weird. It just doesn't do anything in particular. I don't know if this is a fluke or something or what's going on. So I think I'm gonna leave this for now, but definitely should be something there, that port, I guess. I'm not really sure. So I think we're gonna go ahead and leave this port for now, go back to the actual scan and say we need some credentials for SSH. Now it doesn't, I would say that it's probably not a bad version. I didn't do version scanning or anything. Basically it was just a standard scan I did. So let's go ahead and try and connect to MySQL on, why not just pick root for now and do 10, 10, 76, 24, say dash password, no password. So access denied, this is password, root, and there we have it, the password was root. This is just a manual standard way, so we can like show databases, if I remember this correctly. And then we have one called users, so use users, And then we could do like show, is it like tables? Okay, so select all from user, and then we have it. The first one is the first flag right there. Now there is no way for us to post this flag in any particular way. This is just, you know, the way to find it so you can practice your skills of, you know. So the username is ramen, it would seem. So let's go ahead and just take the, let's close some of these. This is incredibly, yep, there we go. So let's go ahead and just put in there, we have ramen and noodles are the best. That would maybe be the password. So I guess that now we have this, let's just take the flag. Let's just take it. I like flags. So now we have this. There's a possibility to try SSH. So I would definitely copy paste this password here, because this is the one I cannot remember. And say, I would say exit here for now, because this is the same. This is just normal stuff in MySQL database. So I would say SSH, and we just see, yes, so SSH, ramen at 10.10.76.24, and say yes, paste the password. I need to paste it better. Different kind of levels of pasting, I know. Yes, so this is the user, we logged in, and basically I'm gonna clear screen, do a ls tag all, and we see this. So there's not really anything in particular interesting here. We could do something like find / name flag, you know, and do something like def null. That's a sneaky way of finding flags, you know. This is, we could do that. I did something wrong here. I need to put in the, there we go. And you want to find all the things that are named with flag, you know, and then you could go through all of this, and we'll see something is there. We can just, you know, paste it out. I'm gonna try one more time. Copy selection. Oh please, dear Lord. Cat. And we have another flag there. It's a bit of a funny way to find flags. But you know, whatever it takes, I guess you could say. So going back to the output, we can go through all of this, and so you have a flag there, you know, flag 7. You can cat that out. Probably gonna get another flag. Permission denied. So we need to do some privilege escalation as well. Also another flag there. I have no idea. So I guess we should copy paste these paths here. Say like this is some of the flags we might should find in some way. I'm just gonna check out, you know, where all the flags could be. And this is one way when you play King of the Hill, by the way, to find your flags pretty easy. Let's say flags, but you should say flag, I guess. So not flags. This looks like, you know, something that could be interesting. So we have a folder here called breed. Not sure who we are. Let's clear and say cat out this, and now we have another flag. One more time. So this is what you do on King of the Hill, is you basically find these kind of different flags, and then you go ahead and submit it and get some points. Really, that's about it. So let's just pick it in there. I have another flag again, and this of course does take a bit of the fun, because it's quite literally easy to do this. So we have half the flags now. This is the one we need to do some privilege escalation in some way. So now that we did this command here, I'm just gonna show one more time. We ran the command Wow, I did some really good copy pasting there. Okay. Wow. Okay, we have it right here, so let me copy paste it in for you in the document. So we basically did find everything from the path of root, right? And look for the name of, then we did this and say everything that contains the word flag. Now, some could be tempted to do something like that, but since you noticed that we got something like dot flag and was hidden, then there's a certain also flag 7, so this would not be found if I put like a period there, for example. So this is the way, and the reason why I'm doing this is basically not to see all the errors it doesn't find. So I only want to see the matches really on the screen. It could be quite a bigger list, but it is the way it is. So this command found us, some flags. Now we're going to do some privesc, and there are different ways we can do that, So first of all, we have the password for ramen. Let's take it. Let's clear the screen. Do sudo check L to check our privileges with sudo. So the machine is called foodctf, and ramen may not run any commands. So what we can do now is just check the etc passw file and see that we have different kind of users here: pasta, food. MySQL is the one we just used. Everything with a home folder basically is something you should look for. Up at the top you can see we have root, and the password is in the shadow file, so that is of course good for them who created the machine. So we can do like etc one more time and see the shadow file is permission access denied. Now what we could do now is go ahead and check out the permission 4000 files, and for that we can check out the command. Let me just copy paste it for you. The command, this command here, which is basically saying like the same as before, but we're looking for files that have the S flag set. So flags with the SUID, sorry, files, binary files, or just files with SUID set. We go ahead and execute that, and what we get here is quite a big of a list. This is quite good. We see something interesting there. We can try and misuse it, and basically when files have the SUID set, it means that we can run it as the user that owns the file with those permissions. So let's check out if we see anything interesting here for now. And telnet login, that's an interesting part. We're just gonna take it like that and just put it in our document as this is something we actually found, right? And let's see more ping mount. This maybe. So whenever you see something and you think this could be something that I maybe could misuse, you basically just take the binary name and you go to the website called GTFO bins. Go back to the actual site. I'm zoomed in a bit. There's a search bar here. You just put the binary in, and it says that you can misuse that if you had the sudo rights, but we don't have any sudo, so that's about it for that. Alright, so this is not something we can use, so let's go back and just check more Vim basic. Like, this is something we usually can misuse in some way, like the VIM edit. I don't know if there's the whole part, but the Vim is something we could misuse. And you see a whole lot of different things we can do with the Vim here. So let's just go ahead and check it out. So the different ways we can like execute stuff. So let's just, first of all, let's just take this path here and say that we're going to check this out. Go back to the command and just see if anything else pops up out of sign. We had to take this here, so let's just, we have no Python, no special things, and it doesn't look like we have any particular other things we need to check out for this clear screen. Just paste that path in. That is not the path I wanted. So let's do the one here. And let's just try and execute that as a basic. What is that? Okay, so that is the actual editor. So let's just, what is this? A colon right quit. There we go. No, quit. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do an alias on this and see who is the owner. So let's do an alias tag al. This is root. So there's a particular chance that we can execute stuff now. And if you go and check out, whoops, the DGFO bins documentation one time, it does say that it can be used to break out of restricted environments by spawning an interactive system shell. So we could try and take this part here and say, could I execute a bin sh now and get the root user? And we did that, and ID, and we are still ramen, as you can see. It didn't really work. So now that you destroyed your shell, you can go ahead and just type bash, for example, and now you're back to a bash shell. So this was not something that worked in this particular case. Now then we're going to try something else. We can also try this. Now just to be sure, why not just try it? So let's take it. Let's just do user bin vim basics, just like that. Paste in the command. ID again. It doesn't seem like it's working for us. So this is probably not the way that we can misuse this particular. Also, can we actually do something like, can we do command execution in some way? So let's see, let's just take this and let's do user bin vim basic. Instead of that, let's try, can we do who am I? Yeah, so it basically want to execute itself as you can see, the user ramen. So this is not gonna work for us. Also, I don't know if we have Python, but it's not gonna work. So we could probably try and do, yeah, and my video just crashed, so I'm back, but I didn't do anything. So basically I'm gonna try and see if we can do something different with the Vim. We have the possibility to read and write files. Now, when I see something like that, you know, I'm thinking, you know, writing, you know, to the shadow file or putting myself into sudo if it has some sort of access to that. But at the moment, I think I'm gonna do, yeah, by the way, you can also see you can try and do Python stuff. I am not sure if there's Python in this machine. You can also always just go ahead and write like which command to find out if with or something is installed. Python 3, there is actually Python 3, but I'm not really sure this is gonna work. But what I really want to do now is just basically say I want to read the file shadow. So let's see if we can read it. So basically go ahead and write, gonna take this here and say etc shadow file, and we can. So so what we're gonna do is basically just make insert possible here, and we're gonna go ahead and insert our direct password right here for the root user. Now, since we don't have that right now, let's go ahead and create one that is easy to use and remember by using the OpenSSL. Basically, this is the command test, I guess. This is the SHA. Let's see the node SHA 512. We're gonna choose, and the salt is located there. Doesn't really matter, but let's just take it. This is the path we're gonna take. So let's go back, paste it in. Looks okay to me. Oh, what did I do? Colon, no, was it escape, colon, right, quit, no, not writable. Okay, Then, if that is not possible, let me just see. It was. Did it work? Did it work? Can I SU root? Test. Oh, it works. So I'm root. And now we can go ahead and clear screen one more time. I would definitely go ahead and do /root now, ls, and do like cat flag. Where the next flag for us to capture. Go in and put into our collection of flags. And we need 3 more. We can also get this now as the one we couldn't find before. So let's go ahead and just do cat out this one. So that's the 6th flag. And now we need more flags. So let's see if we can find some more flags. We also have a folder called King of the Hill. King of the Hill. It's the binary file that's probably gonna, you know, yeah, I'm not sure why I did that. It was extremely stupid. It is laggy machine here. So while this is just spinning, I'm gonna pause the video for a second. And now that it's done, now you see the file. Let me see this. Now, when you play King of the Hill, you do see the file called king.txt. You can go ahead and say king.txt here. What you should do is it's basically put inside your name. So the name of you have as your user that you use, and that is the name you will find. So you can find it here, profile. I think it would be this name here in this particular case. So let's go ahead and just go back and say echo Daniel to king.txt. And when you do a cat king.txt now, you see the name, my name there. And if you go to the web page that we located before on port 9999, just like that, that is not the IP now. This is one, it should say my name now. So basically that is just a web page showing that, you know, who is king. So now when you play King of the Hill, you get points for every, you know, amount of time your name is inside the file. So that's really how that works. Now we still need to find some more flags, and I'm not really sure where they are, so let me just take a look. Well, we could do something like find slash, and then, you know, even an easier way, just to grab whatever word rhymes the flag. And just scrolling up here now, we're really getting, you know, outlined by grab the word flag. And you can basically just look with your eyes that everything that follows the green letter is not the one we need. So let's just look here. Root flag, we did find that. Did we get that? Not really sure. Didn't get that particular one. So let's just cat it out to the screen and get the flag. So we're just finding all the flags now, right? Yes. Oh, we did get it, didn't we? This is the one. Yeah, we did get it. Oh, snap. So maybe the one right there. So I'm gonna cat that out. Take this. No. I wonder where they hit the other flags now. Yeah, well, did it say 8? Yeah. Now, when you play King of the Hill, you can go ahead and find all 8 flags if you wish to, but since we have the king, you should get points fast. Now, what people usually do is to misuse the command chatter, and they just, you know, move it away or rename it in some way. So where is it actually located? So what you could do is just take this file here, you know, and move it away, rename it to some particular place, you know, that wouldn't really find it. You can also just delete it, but basically what you're going to do is go ahead to the root folder, and you have the king file there. And what people are going to do is try and put their name inside the king file. But if you can make it immutable even by root, and you can delete the file that can make it mutable again, you win the game. So I didn't really do that a lot, but I think what you could do is say you're gonna set the I flag on king.text, and if you do like a full view of it, you see that, you know, root can read and write it and stuff like that. But if you're gonna try and do something like new king in the king file, you see like the operation is not permitted, even though that you are a king and you are the root user. So what you need to do now is, I think it's just minus, to be honest, and then you can go ahead and take it, cat it out, and now you're new king. That is the way people usually do it, just setting the flag I for immutable, removing and adding it with the cheddar file. It's a way of annoying, but it's kind of the meta, and I think it's a horrible way to win King of the Hill, but it is the way it is. Now I kind of hope this walkthrough here could help you a bit playing King of the Hill and what this is all about. There are more ways into the machine, you know. In no way I'm going to try and find all of them. What you're also going to try and do to establish persistence. So what you could do is go ahead and inside the root folder and go inside the SSH folder, and then you have the one called authorized keys, and put in your own authorized key you create so you can SSH into root and stuff like that, and even make that immutable and delete the chatter file. You do so many things. You can also just delete, you know, whatever ways that I've found in, you know, the credentials, you know, move port of SSH to some weird port, deny access by only your IP address using VPN. So many ways to annoy people in King of the Hill. So basically, I'm gonna call it, you know, for this particular room. I'm gonna exit out now, and I think it was fun. You know, we did get the root. I'm gonna remove this and turn the machine. So this is the way you play King of the Hill. Get in the machine, annoy people as much as possible. Anything is really allowed, so basic, that's it. Really hope you learned something. You can use the video for something, and gonna see you online again. Bye.